Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new Prowler 280RK travel trailer by Heartland RV. This is a rear kitchen, one slide-out travel trailer. We're going to take a few minutes, walk you through the inside and the outside of the RV. Then we're going to close it all up and show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now up inside the new Prowler 280RK rear kitchen travel trailer here. We're gonna spin through the inside real fast, and then we'll close it all up, show you what it looks like closed, and check out the outside as well. We're gonna start back here in the rear of the RV first. Again, rear kitchen model. So you have a lot of counter space and cabinet space back here. Starting up top here, you can see overhead cabinets, quite a few here. And then even back in the corner section there, it goes all the way back to the corner. Plenty of space back there. Traditional RV microwave. You do have the lighted hood range and fan. You have the Suburban gas oven with the glass front. Has the 3-burner stovetop, and then it also has the glass lid, which acts as a backsplash but will flip down and give you more counter space as well. Down below that oven, there's also some storage down there too. Huge amount of counter space here. There's an electric outlet on the wall back there, and then another one over on the right between the two windows. Nice big windows here that do open. Down below here you have 6 full extending ball bearing drawer guided drawers. And then there's also some storage under there, and you can see your propane leak detector there on the left. Dual sink, undermount stainless sink with the high-rise faucet. Now the counter is kind of a 2-level counter. This is kind of a laminate counter. And you have this really huge storage underneath it here. There's a little pull-out pin here, but this actually slides out. Pretty cool feature, makes it easy to get to a lot of your stuff, and then slides back in. And in that darker color panel down there is actually an access panel. I honestly don't know what's under there, not 100% sure, but that is an access panel to something. Spin on back around here, looking forward. Nice big super slide. Has the U-shaped dinette, which does make into a bed. There's storage all the way around the U-shaped section there, so you can raise up the cushions and basically get underneath of there to whatever you need to put under there. Nice big windows overlooking the back side of your campsite. There's some USB charger ports in between the window there, along with a light switch as well. I almost forgot to mention here your refrigerator. This is the Norcold 10.7 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator. Has a stainless front. I took off the lower portion of protection there just so you kind of see what that looks like for the video. But it normally comes from the factory with that cardboard protection plastic stuff over top of it. Down below there is your electric box with your breakers and fuses, and there's also an electric outlet in that corner back there. The RV pretty much has all linoleum throughout the RV except for the section of the slide out here. Now, this has this new woven material that they were actually starting to use. Supposedly they use this on like some pontoon boats and things like that, but it's not actually carpet. It is a woven material. It's actually pretty nice. It's got some texture and stuff to it. And it's supposedly like spill resistant and all that type of stuff. So it's real easy to just sweep things off and, you know, mop things up sort of scenario. So we'll see how it tests out over time, but more and more RV manufacturers are starting to use this material. Now your sofa here is a traditional jackknife style sofa. So it will flip down into a small bed. And then there's also storage underneath of that you can access by raising up the sofa. Huge window overlooking your campsite area here in your living room area. And in the living room area, you have pulled down night shades as well, kind of a blackout shade. I took the plastic off of one of these pushback recliners here so you could kind of see what it looks like. And there's also an electric outlet you can see down there on the wall between those two sofas. And back in behind here is the furnace grate right there for the furnace return section. Now, looking up here toward the roof section, there are a couple speakers inside, and there's a couple outside ones as well. And then you can kind of see your air conditioner here. It has kind of a H-track system running down the roof. Your smoke detector there on the left. So ducted air up top and then ducted floor heat through the floor. Your TV area here does have a little bit of storage down below. And then you have your radio there, which does have an HDMI input and also a USB charger port. You can see your USB charger ports, your TV antenna with the booster button and an electric outlet here. So you could mount a TV to the wall there. And then you also have some storage up above there. Now, another thing that I've noticed on some of these as they've started rolling in, they have these little QR scanner things for your phone, which are supposed to bring up your owner's manuals. So it might not be a bad idea to bring those up and download them. That way you can print them off. A lot of these RV makers have started going digital with their owner manuals and stuff. So that's the only way to really get them. So I would recommend doing that when you first purchase your RV, then maybe printing off what you want so you can keep it with some of your paperwork. Bathroom area right here, we'll pop up a few pictures of this so it's a little bit easier to see. But you have a foot flush toilet down below, some light switches on the wall there, and you have little robe hook holders, little fan exhaust out there, little vent. You can see your air conditioning duct up top. Skylight up above. There's a mirror over there on the wall, along with your monitor panel, water heater buttons, electric outlet, and some storage down below there as well. Then it has kind of a radius shower here with a sliding glass door section. All linoleum floor in there as well, and you got a heat vent down there also. Now we're gonna walk through here into the bedroom section and spin around so you can see the bathroom from the other angle here. But a decent sized bathroom. And you do have the sliding door there for privacy on this side. You can see here, heat vent on the floor down there. You have room to maneuver around the bed. We'll pan back up here so you can see this. It has a foam mattress. There is a hanging closet on each side of the bed, and in those closets there's a light and an electric outlet as well. You have a little shelf area across the top part there. Window on both sides of the bed, and both those windows do actually open. Now there is TV hookups there. And that would be, gosh, it's probably somewhere around like maybe a 22-inch TV, 24 maybe at the most. If you wanted to try to fit it right there in that area. If you don't mind it going maybe over the bathroom door here area or something like that, you could maybe go a little bit bigger and kind of offset it a little bit. But you could do a TV here, just not a real large one. Wall switch down below. And there's a swing door there in the hallway section. And another little thing they did, you can kind of see there on the side, they made little hole sections on each side so you could put things in there as far as like plugging stuff in, whatever you wanted to do there to kind of get to the little things and set things down inside there. One other thing too, I forget to mention all the time, this is pre-wired up here for the WineGuard Connect system, which is like a 4G LTE Wi-Fi system, but it's only a pre-wire system. And then over here is like a little switch to, I guess, activate, turn it on or whatever. So if you were to do that aftermarket, it is pre-wired for that. But overall, pretty cool couples coach here. You know, you do have sleeping for an extra 2 or 3 people, maybe 4 people at the most back here if they're smaller. So you could take the grandkids with you or something like that if you wanted to. But definitely, guys, we're gonna head outside. I wanna show you around the outside, and then we're gonna come back in and close it up, show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the outside. All right, guys, we're now back on the outside of the all-new Prowler 280RK travel trailer here. We're gonna start here on the door side of the RV and kind of work our way around. Starting up front here, you have a large pass-through storage compartment. Very nicely finished off, actually. You can see there's not a bunch of raw studding up in there or anything. They do a real nice job of finishing that off. Your jack handle and also your slide-out manual crank handle located right there. Down below, you have the power stabilizer jacks. And there's a button on this side for the front ones, and then there's a button in the back you'll see when we get back there for the back ones. So you just basically push a button, they drop down, stabilize the RV. They are not like lifting jacks or auto level jacks, but they are very nice stabilizer jacks, and again, they are 12-volt power. On the outside of the new Prowler here, it is all new graphics and coloring of the RV. So complete different look from the early 2021 version, and also a complete different front profile where they rounded out the thing a little bit more for aerodynamics and stuff instead of the more square front. So a little bit different on the front design as well. Power awning with the LED light strip built in. Does have the manual override in the front head up here where you can remove the rubber plug and crank it in and out by socket if needed to. Hopefully you never need to do that, but in case of an electronic failure, it does have that feature. The arms are adjustable for tilting and water runoff. You have 2 outdoor speakers. There's one here by this front arm and one back there by the rear arm. So they are spread a little bit further apart than what some brands do. You have the solid entry step going in and out of the RV. So this comes down, touches the ground, and basically that holds up to 500-pound rating, where a traditional hover step is only rated for about 300 pounds. So a little bit of difference in weight capacity of the step styles. And again, it doesn't shake the coach as bad when you are running in and out of the RV. Now, the one negative to these style steps is they do flip into the RV, so you do have to sweep them off or wipe them off if they're wet or whatever. Otherwise, it just ends up spilling out onto your linoleum floor in there. So a little bit of a trade-off for some good features and a little negative to the cleanliness of it. You have the window in the entry door, where a lot of brands have stopped putting a window in the entry door. So this is a little bit different than some of the other brands they sell there at Couch's RV Nation. Large folding entry handle, gets you in and out of the RV nice and easy there. Next to that handle is your model number. There's also a sticker there that talks about the enclosed underbelly and stuff as well, larger furnace and the H-Track air conditioning system. And just below that is the 3-year limited structural warranty sticker also. Really nice feature there. Some brands of RVs still only offer a 1-year limited structural warranty, so they do at least stand behind their product a little bit longer there. Now, just beside the step there is a hole in the metal, and that is where you stick the handle through to manually crank in the slide out in case of an electronic failure. Again, hopefully you never need to do that. It is a 12-volt powered system, but in case of an electronic failure, you can crank it in by hand. Now, back here in the rear, you can see pop up here in the picture, there's hot and cold low point water drains. There is a gas line hookup for a portable grill if you wanted to do some sort of aftermarket grill. And then you can see the rear stabilizer jacks back here, again, power stabilizers. Nice big window there overlooking your campsite area. And then even a nice window in that kitchen area there, again, kind of looking out this side. Pretty cool new look for them. Now, back here on the rear, you do have the 6-gallon gas and electric water heater, currently by Suburban, that they're using. You can see in that picture popping up there, the 1 1/16" drain socket in the center lower part there. The electric plug, or electric switch, I mean, on the lower left, and then your drain plug or your pressure relief valve again on the top center there. So make sure you relieve that water pressure before you drain it, and also make sure you do not turn on that electric outlet unless it has water in it. Because if you turn that on and there's no water in it, you'll burn up the heating element in it. So make sure there is water in it. On the back of the RV here, you have a traditional 4-inch square tube bumper, spare tire mounted to that. You do have on the rear a nice window, again, kind of overlooking the back side of your RV. The unit is pre-prepped for the observation camera system by Furrion if you wanted to do that aftermarket as well. Talk with your sales guy about that. The observation camera, very nice feature, allows you to see behind you while you're driving down the road or backing up into your campsite or something. So nice feature to have there. Just above that window is the stove exhaust vent. And there's a little flapper in there that you gotta pop open so that the smoke will exhaust out when you turn on that fan. Now, popping up here is gonna be a picture of your roof. Now you'll see some things up there as far as, roof vents, plumbing stack vents, air conditioner, TV antenna, all that type of stuff. All those things, guys, have holes basically cut in the roof to put those on. They have sealer on them, and you've got to inspect that and make sure that sealer stays good. Get up there from time to time, just check it out, make sure it's all good. And that is, again, very important because if you don't, water leaks in, rots out your camper, and you basically have some serious damage. So check it out. Doesn't matter, guys, if it's a fiberglass roof, rubber, TPO, whatever, PVC, they're all gonna have those same type of holes and stuff cut in them, and they all need to have that sealer inspected from time to time. Now on the back part back here, you have a cable inlet, your city water inlet, a hot and cold outside shower, utility shower here, and then your detachable power cord, which is about 25 or 30 feet long roughly. Down below here, you can see one of your dump drains. Now, there are 2 different dump drains on this because the kitchen's all the way back here in the back, and then the bathroom and stuff is all the way up, almost toward the very front. So it's too far to span across those axles and everything to make it flow properly. So on a lot of rear kitchens, you will find 2 separate dumps on them. The slide out is power, so you just push a button for that to go in and out. Up here, you can see the second dump right here. 2 handles for that, your gray and black. And then just up to the left of that on the side is the black tank flush to clean out the toilet tank system. Step back here a little bit so you can see down this side a little bit better. The other side of the storage compartment, and again, these doors are held up by magnets instead of a plastic clip, so a little bit nicer holding system there. Now on this front corner here, you're going to see some stickers. We're going to pop those up here for you. The first sticker is your main data sticker, which has things like your production date, your gross vehicle weight, some information as far as like your VIN number and stuff like that on there. But the real important part about this is your gross weight, guys. That is the weight that you can load the RV up to, hitch weight, axle weight, everything combined, maximum before you really risk breaking things. So don't exceed that number. The next sticker popping up is going to be your unloaded vehicle weight. This is the weight the RV rolled off the factory assembly line, and basically they say it weighs at that point dry weight. Next is going to be your cargo carrying capacity sticker. That is the number of pounds you can put into the RV. And last but not least is your tire sticker. This basically just tells you your tire size, but most importantly tells you your tire pressure. Very important, guys, to check your tire pressure before each trip. The tires are only rated to hold a certain amount of weight at a certain pressure. If you let that pressure drop too low, then those tires cannot hold the weight of the RV properly and tend to blow out. Also, check your lug nuts from time to time, guys, because there's a lot of side load and twisting and torque on these wheels of RVs, and sometimes that works your lug nuts loose. So check those from time to time also. Now up front here, you have a power tongue jack with a built-in LED light and a manual override. 2 5/16 hitch ball, heavy-duty safety chains, breakaway cable, and your 7-way Bargman light plug. The unit has 4-wheel electric brakes, so make sure you do have a brake control to control that. You have 2 20-pound propane tanks with the changeover regulator there. The unit will come with 0 batteries from the RV maker, but it will come with 1 deep cycle battery from Couch's RV Nation. There is room to actually put 2, so if you are a boondock style camper and you want a second battery, talk with your sales guy about that. Now down below here is a pre-prep for a Furrion solar panel portable. And you could plug right into there and it feeds wiring right to the battery system so that it charges up the battery by solar. So again, that's another aftermarket feature that you can purchase. Talk with your sales guy if something like that interests you. Really cool new graphic setup here. So this is all different looking than last year's model. The lower portion is a lower diamond plate looking metal. And then you have a nice smooth metal up top here. Now, I haven't seen it personally, but supposedly that Prowler wording up there does have a little bit of a glow capability to it. I've not seen it at nighttime to where it actually does that, but supposedly it can glow a little bit. All right, guys, we're gonna head back inside. I want to show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside of the RV. All right, guys, we're now back inside the Prowler 280RK trailer here. And I want to show you what it looks like closed. Again, your slide room button right here on the hallway section. Again, the unit is a 12-volt slide-out motor system. It's basically a worm gear system, so you might hear a little ratchety sound when it gets in and all the way out kind of scenario. But we're going to push the button here and bring her on in. Now, when the slide comes in, this is a flush floor slide. So it has to come in over top of the main subfloor. So it does come in at a little bit of an angle. It tilts upward. As you've seen, I let off the button there. So you can stop on your way in or on your way out and kind of check things, make sure everything is okay. It's It's real important to make sure that the floor is clean when you're running this room in, so that you don't run something over and damage it. If you got any rocks, pebbles, kids' toys, anything like that, it can get trapped in between your linoleum and the bottom of that slide floor, and it could crush whatever it is, rip your linoleum, tear things up. So real important to make sure that you do check your floors. So the slide's all the way in here, stopped nicely. I left the tabletop up, but some people like to put the tabletop down, and that would allow you to maybe kind of climb over that into the kitchen area if you really needed to or wanted to. But you could do that and get back there to some of your kitchen cabinets and part of your stove, your microwave area. And you could slightly pop open the refrigerator door and reach in there and grab maybe a soda or something out of there. But it won't open fully because the slide wall there is kind of blocking it. Plenty of room to, however, come in, go to the bathroom, go to your bedroom, all that type of stuff. So the slide interferes with none of that portion of the RV. Now you obviously can't get to your TV area right there, or that little cabinet section. So you would have to bump that out in order to do that. Now when you're ready to go back out with a slide, you just push the button and it goes back out. Again, guys, don't forget to check out Couch's RV Nation if you get a chance. They are one of the largest internet wholesale dealers in the country and will save you a lot of money on a new RV if you're interested. Also, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're interested in keeping up with more of my videos, especially you newcomers that are interested in getting a camper this spring. Thanks again, guys, for checking out my video.